think I'm most excited about in having you in the seat today is, when I look at She the People and your career and your evolution. And I think that the conversation that most people who work with Tyler Perry have about him is that he pays you your worth.
Mhm.
He's giving you a shot to do your craft
Mhm.
and do it well. Do you
Yeah,
echo those same sentiments?
I do. I mean, his yes opened up so many doors for me, right?
Mm.
My goal when we came up with this show idea, and I've been working and developing it for years. Uh
Really?
huh. With a writer named Naya Palmer. So let me tell you how the whole show came to mind.
Yes, yes.
So as you know, I grew up in San Francisco, and London Breed was a friend of mine. Me and London Breed both grew up in the hood in San Francisco. And London, being the brilliant, black, sassy woman that she is, she worked her way up through politics in our city, and she became the first black female mayor
I think you
in the
just did
city.
a write up. This was just a write up in one of the articles.
It's every
Yeah, yeah,
interview
now.
I've
Uh huh.
done,
Yeah,
I tell where the inspiration came
yeah.
from. Because when she became the mayor, it was so much uproar and so much pushback in the city. They gave her so much drama. And, I'm watching her go through all this and always smiling, always. And I know she wanted, because I know where she's from.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So watching her do that, I was just inspired.
Hmm.
And I called her and I was like, I am so inspired. I'm going to create a show that is going to, that is inspired by your journey becoming the
Wow.
mayor of our city.
Wow.
And so that's where the inspiration came from. I started developing the show idea. I brought on a writer, Naya Palmer, and we started developing it. I made her a single mom because I wanted that dynamic of watching a black woman raising a teenager and co-parenting with her ex, because I think I wanted to show that kind of relationship and
Because it
seeing
is a
that.
reality.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a reality.
And so we started developing it, and this has been like seven years we were working on it. And when the strike came in our industry, when the writer strike and the
Hmm.
actors were on strike in 25, what was that, whatever,
So
23, we're in 23,
22,
it was
23. Yeah,
23.
yeah.
So I called Naya and I was like, Naya, let's write a proof of concept and let's shoot the show idea. Let's shoot it like we see it, because we have been pitching it to people, telling people about it, and nobody wanted to do it.
Mm.
Everybody was like, no, we don't want to touch a political show. We don't want to do anything in
Mm.
politics. And I was like, but it's a comedy.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like Veep. It's like, it's our Veep. It's like Black Girl Veep. Um, and so nobody wanted to touch it. So I was like, while we're on strike, let's shoot it so we can show
Yeah.
people what we're talking about. And so we did. So, I got my team together here in Atlanta, and we shot this proof of concept. I called Jade Nova, because I think she's hysterical.
She's so hilarious in the
She's
show.
so funny.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
I called Jo Marie Payton, told her what it was. I was like, will you join me? She was like, yes. But the big part was, because it's a political show and I'm not well versed in politics, I knew I needed to find somebody to ground it and give it the real, so we have a real person to tell the story. So I called Keisha Lance Bottoms.
I mean, yeah.
I'm right here in Atlanta. Why not call
Why
her?
not? Why not?
Call everybody auntie. She's the
Everybody
auntie
auntie
of
who
Atlanta.
was on there about to cuss us out
Get
in
cussed
COVID.
out. Yes.
If y'all don't get back
Yes.
on the porch.
Yes. Yes. So I called Keisha and I was like, and I asked her for a meeting, and we met for breakfast, and I pitched her the show idea. I showed her my pitch deck and she loved it. She was like, I love this idea, Terry. And she was like, yes, I will join you. I will produce it with you. And so once she said yes, I was able to get the funding to shoot the proof of concept, and we did. And it
Wow.
came out exactly like I wanted it.
Wow.
Exactly. Because I was like, we can only do this if it's going to look like it could air as we shot it. It needs to look
Mm.
crisp, like it can air on the
Yeah.
ABC.
Yeah.
And we did it. So we did that. So now I got this piece of material. So when the strike was over, my agents sent it out to a list of people that I wanted to work with, a list of studios and
Yeah.
producers that I admire and wanted to work with. And we started getting calls, like people wanting to meet with us for the show. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's like my goal with this show. I wrote it in my journal. I was like, this is what God told me. We're going to get multiple offers. We're going to be on Netflix. This is what I want. And we're
You
going to
wrote
win
it.
awards for
You
my show.
you wrote it down.
I wrote it down in my journal. So now we're getting all these meetings, and I'm like, okay, here we go, y'all. So I'm prepping the team, me, Naya, and Keisha now. So we got to pitch our show. So I'm like, okay, this is how you pitch. This is what we need to be ready. We need to da 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 da. So we're prepping. So we have our first meeting, and we're ready to pitch, and they start pitching us why we should go with them to do our show.
Wow. Wow.
I was like, and they made an offer right there on the table. We didn't pitch anything.
Wow. I just
And
got
they
chills.
offered us an
Mm.
offer on the table. I was like, and I wanted to be clear because I've been doing this pitching thing for
20
20 years.
years.
I was like, I just want to be clear. You want the show, like this is an offer. This is an offer on the table. This is what we're offering. We want your show. It's like, okay, we have a couple of other meetings. Can we get back to you? Thank you. Every meeting was like that.
Wow.
We got offers after offer after offer. We never pitched. It was off of that proof of concept. I'm so thankful, first of all, that God gave me that thought to do that.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that Naya said yes and wrote something up. I'm so thankful that Keisha said yes and joined the team. Like all these yeses just kept happening. And so, and there were some. I'm skipping over the no's because there were some people that said no along this journey.
Because the no's made room for the yes that you truly deserved.
1,000%.
Yeah. Yeah.
1,000%. And so we had a decision to make, and it was very stressful for me because these are all people
That you wanted.
that I wanted,
Hmm.
all of them. Some of them are friends, all of them. So coming to the decision with Tyler Perry, it was what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be him for so many reasons.
Hmm.
We see the way he rock. He owned his. He
Yeah.
doesn't play by the rules. And I've never been a rule
Yeah.
follower.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of outside in Hollywood, but outside.
Yeah.
Of Hollywood.
Always.
I've always been like that.
Always.
So it just made sense to go with him. And so we did. And it's just been a huge blessing, a huge blessing. Just the collaboration of it all,
Yeah.
because this isn't like a show that he's done before. And he said that to us several times.
It is not, right? Because most
Several
people
times.
have Tyler Perry pegged a certain way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of the type of content,
Yes.
type of shows and movies that he
Yes.
does. Yeah.
Yes. So his reassurance of, him. So it's a blend of his flavor and his sauce and our vision and our sauce. The show is definitely a blend of it. So once TP got his hands on it, to me, so he's the one, because originally it was based in Atlanta. It was his idea to move it deeper south to Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, like that is crazy.
Yeah. Lieutenant Governor of Mississippi.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Black woman, Mississippi?
And if people really know Black history, right, they will know
Oh.
after Reconstruction, there were 2 Black senators
Yes.
from the state
Yes.
of Mississippi.
Somebody sent me that whole
Yeah.
link and breakdown
Yeah.
of that.
2 Black senators after Reconstruction.
Yes.
There were quite a few Black senators after Reconstruction. I'm a history buff, Terry.
Yes,
So,
I love
I used to
that.
teach Black history. You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that. I love it. We need you.
Yeah.
We need you. So he added his sauce. And what I feel like the show gives me now is deep mixed with Schitt's Creek. If you ever watched Schitt's Creek, which is one of my favorite comedy shows.
That is one of my favorite.
I love that show.
I mean,
Love.
the satire, the
Yes.
the just off the wall. You're like, wait a minute.
Yes.
How are y'all
Yes.
even keeping a straight face saying
Yes.
this? Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like a show like Schitt's Creek, right? That I love and I laugh out loud, and it's so fun and so funny. It's very rare that Black people are accepted to do shows like that
Yeah.
because we hear it from our own about, oh, it's so slapstick, it's so this, it's so that. Even
Yeah.
Levita got so
Yeah.
much pushback when
Yeah.
she first came on,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Just why we have to show those kind of images. I'm like, dude,
They exist.
they exist. Let's have fun with it. So,
Hey, listen.
and so that's happening
Yeah.
with us right now too. We have mostly so much love and so many people get the point of it because there's a point to this show.
Yeah.
There's a reason why our the governor is so extremely stuck in the freaking 50s and extremely sexist and racist and all the things.
Hollering, the calling,
All of it.
calling. When they sent you down there to go do that hard calling,
Was that not ridiculous? Can you imagine? So I imagined, what if that, and so we did it.
Yeah. I mean, if that blessed you, trust me, you've only scratched the surface. There's so much more wisdom, truth, and transformation waiting in the full conversation. Click the link in the caption below to watch the entire interview, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Vaughn Empowers Talks.